Good evening, PCS Nation family. And welcome to another Friday night edition of PCS Nation Out the Window. Sorry about all the jiggling of the camera there. I couldn't quite get the microphone where I wanted. It felt awkward. So I jiggled it around a little, and I'm happy with it. Oh, what? Oh, we're fucking up already tonight. All right, well, I guess we'll leave the music off. What the hell, right? We're going to get right into it. Another Fat Friday night. 30 hot minutes or whatever comes up and whatever's on your mind. That was loud. Hello.
Hello. Hey, I figured I better call in because this whole thing was falling apart.
What?
You're moving the camera.
Yeah.
Although I like that. You know, it's an action.
You know
shot.
what, though? I'm going to move it one more time, though, because what I was trying to do is get the microphone where I wanted it, but the other primary goal was to get that little line on your building vertical that you like. Yeah. So everybody just, hold on to something so you don't get, vertigo.
Okay.
All right. How's that?
That's pretty good.
You think?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Get that tree. There's a tree.
On the right?
Go over a little more to the right.
I always try and keep that out.
Oh, okay.
It's an awful tree. No, I don't care.
Yeah, let's try it with it in.
There you go.
There. Yeah.
Now, you know it's right dead smack in the middle there? That building that's almost right in the middle?
That.
You know what that is?
No. Well, I know.
What is it?
Trump Tower.
That's right.
Yep.
It doesn't have the name Trump Tower on it, and it hasn't for a long time. But the parking spaces still say 15-minute parking for Trump Tower.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So what's going on, Queen Linda?
Okay, well, not that I want to put any pressure on you more than you already have, but
okay.
I don't currently have a warm and fuzzy feeling, and I'm hoping to have one by the time that the show is over.
A warm and fuzzy feeling?
Yeah.
Well,
I had a little bit of a rough start to my day.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was backing out of the garage to go to work, I was ever so slightly too much to the right, and I got my mirror hooked on the garage door and tore the mirror right off my car.
Yeah. You know what sucks the most about that? That's on you. You can't even be mad at anybody.
I know. Technically, the mirror is still on. It's just the plastic housing, around the mirror. So, the mirror is duct taped to the car now. So, it still works.
You're kind of ghetto now.
Yeah.
That's all right. Now you got to get 1/4 panel. It's a different color and a couple of different hubcaps.
Yeah.
And then you come up to White Plains.
This is actually the second time I've torn a mirror off.
Okay, all right.
The last time was the driver's side, and that time I backed into my recycling can that was out at the curb already for pickup.
Boy.
Yeah, so mirrors and me, I don't know.
Holy crackers.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
I know.
Well, I'm not worried so much about the mirrors. I just want you to be careful. I don't know what I would do if something happened to you.
At least they're slow speed collisions. Very slow. I'm just backing out of the driveway. So it's I'm only going, 5 miles an hour at the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to make you warm and fuzzy. How are we going to...
Yes.
What are we going to do? Hey, we can talk about that Amy Schumer tweet.
Oh, yeah.
About Amy Schumer's armpits. That'll be warm and fuzzy.
Oh, God. That'll be warm and fuzzy and a little sticky.
Maybe not.
Ooh.
I don't know. Well, we'll get you going. We'll just do our due. I always kind of start off happy, and then I get,
bad in the middle.
Sometimes the whole way, mostly, but I always end up pretty happy. I never really, it's like that old adage, never go to bed mad. Don't go to bed mad at each other. I end up the 30 to 35 or whatever we do minutes. I usually come back from whatever dark place I went during it by the end, and I'm okay again. I'm usually happy because I'm chilling with you guys.
Yeah.
And especially the Friday nights because we're going into the weekend. Oh, holla. Raleigh Relays this week. First NCAA outdoor track meet of the season. So I'm going to be watching that. Nobody gives a fat dog's fart. But
you're on your own there.
That's mine. Oh, you know what, though? I'll tell you what, real quick. This is all unplanned, too. You remember a couple of years ago, we used to talk about a young lady by the name of Caitlin Toohey.
Yes.
Okay. She's actually, this is hosted by NC State, where she is now a sophomore. She disappeared. Not that she disappeared, but I just didn't really talk about her anymore. It's like, you know what? People didn't seem like, I knew going in nobody's gonna be all that interested about a track and field athlete. But she also she ended up losing her senior year, most of her senior year, to the COVID epidemic, the pandemic. If you don't know who she is, she's this young lady. We talked about a couple of nights ago. My son was ran track, and when he got started, she actually got started about the same time, but he started in ninth grade. She started it in seventh grade. This is like a genuine phenom, like down the line being on a Wheaties box type of once in a generation athlete. And from the time she was in seventh grade until the time she finished her high school career, she rewrote the record books for high school girls distance running. I know, again, nobody gives a shit. Just let me get this out. But anyway, we followed her, and she lost most of her senior year. She broke so many records, and it just would have been amazing to see what she could have done. She also got banged up a little bit, had a few injuries, didn't start off college so well. She got one extra year of eligibility due to the pandemic, and she's a sophomore now. Anyway, she ran today. She did real good. She ran a 4:12 1500 meter, which is super, super good for this time of year, early in the season for a college female 1500 meter. So I didn't plan on saying any of that. It's just like shit just jumps out of my mouth. But sure. I know there's a couple people around still would have remembered that from a couple of years ago. But she's still out there and she's still doing really good. She actually looks really good. She put on some good lean muscle. She really looks like she's built to be better than she was in high school. So if anybody was wondering what happened to Caitlin Toohey, that's where she's at. She ran today. She did real good.
Okay, good.
All right. What do you got? What else?
So how was your day today?
I had an actual real life social justice crusader weenie dick encounter in my store today.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was great. You know what? It wasn't. I don't want anybody to start thinking like it was a really awesome thing where I had this big story. We threw him through the front window or some shit like that. It wasn't like that, but it was fun to actually see one in their natural environment, instead of just on your screen. This guy was legit. He looked like a grubby looking Seattle Antifa, the whole bit. And he just comes wandering into the store, and like people like that'll come in. That's that's not far from a contractor in the middle of a job. Doesn't look much different than that. But he had the voice and everything, and as soon as he started talking, he's like, "Hey, just wanted to talk to one of you guys, friend." And he was just real, well, and already I'm just giggling. And he was. I don't know if this is a regional thing or if it's nationwide. Lindy, you would probably know. What is it? The Shenwon or the Shenyun dance company, the Chinese dance company?
Oh, I've heard of it.
Shenfun, or I can't remember what it's called, but it's just a dance touring company. It's not like they're from the CCP. It just happens to be a Chinese dance repertoire company that constantly, for the last 20 years, has been touring the United States. They're always somewhere in New York. And they come around, they're nice people, they come in with their posters, they ask you to hang them up, and we always do, every year. We always have. So this guy came in, and he's just grimy looking, and he had the voice, and he starts talking about asking us if we hang up the posters from, I don't even remember the name, I think it's Shenyun or something like that. If anybody knows, throw it in the comments. But he asked if we hung up the posters, and it was me and two of the guys that work upstairs just happened to be standing at the desk, and I'm just not only did I do the eye roll, but I actually was oh good Lord, I said it out loud, right to him. I'm he's is the owner? And he looked at me and he looked at the other guys kind of funny. He's like, is the owner here? I can't remember how he worded it, but it was really stupid and made the story better, but I just forgot. But he called him the head highest eventual person I could talk to about something that of great importance. Is that person here? And I was just fuck me, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
So I'm saddling up to watch. I didn't want to get involved, but I was close enough that when I did say stuff, which I was going to, I was going to heckle him while he was talking, I wanted to be close enough that he could hear me. And that my boss could hear me because A, I was trying to heckle the guy, and B, I was trying to make my boss laugh while I was talking to him. So they start going. My boss is the coolest customer in the world. He never gets upset about anything. I've been working there almost 7 years. I've seen him pissed off maybe 3 times, and all 3 times it was at me. So he's the most laid back. He doesn't care what you are. You're a customer. You're a customer. He doesn't care what, if people start with him, he'll go back. But he just takes everything in stride, where shit just lights me the fuck up. the hair on the back of my neck was standing up the second this guy started talking. So he comes in the store and he's talking to the boss, and I'm standing there, and he's like trying to concentrate on the boss, and me and the other two guys are standing back. We're just giggling like idiots. We're just fucking giggling the whole time. And he's saying his stuff, and I'm just throwing little barbs at him and stuff like that. And he's like he's glancing over at me as it's going on, like he knew he was getting heckled, but he was trying to focus. And the one that I know got to him a little bit was we got to a point where he's like, yeah, I'm going all around the village, and I'm talking to all the store owners, and they're very open. And the whole thing about it was like his whole pitch was, they're from China, and China is against diversity, and China is against the LGBT rights, and China's against, and I was just like, brother, did you fucking come into the wrong store? And it was just that was like the whole setup to the whole thing, and that was the whole line that this guy was pitching. And my boss is just laughing, and he's like not laughing out loud at the guy. He's just like, oh yeah, we hang those signs up, yeah, every year when they come. Like, I wish they had a bigger one. And the guy's like, okay, but you don't understand. They really don't support LGBTQ. I'm like, yeah, no, I know. But do you have any of those signs with you that you could give us that we can hang up? Because I haven't come by. And the guy's like, no, you don't understand. We're against all that. I'm like, and he's like, we went all the businesses around town, and everybody's been real open to it, and this one was great, and this one was great. But then we went into this store, and Bob Smith, he was against us. He didn't want to talk to us. And then we went into this store, and I just said out loud, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy's throwing your friends under the bus now. And the guy was like, up. It was just fucking hilarious. So, like, at this point, my boss is just, like, slow walking him to the door, and I'm kind of walking the other way. This could have really gone, like, in a way more climatic manner. But it was still pretty fun. It was fun to watch. Yeah. And like I said, I got to see an actual social justice douchebag in real life in his natural habitat, wearing his natural clothes and acting like the natural dickhead that they do. Little piss cookie, little weenie guy. It was fun. I had a good time. And then, you know what? I expanded my horizons a little bit. Like, I actually interacted with one of these, like, Antifa goon types. Not that he would have done anything to anybody, but he looked like
Was he wearing a mask?
He was not wearing a mask. He had, like, the off-duty gear. Like, he had the wool hat pulled down over his ears. He had hair, like, well, I shouldn't say any shit about anybody's hair at this point, but he had the long hair, and he's like the flannel shirt and jeans and like a sweater tied around his waist, just grimy looking. You know what they look like. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We see them on our devices and our screens all day long. I got to see one in real life.
Huh.
So that was my day today.
But I mean, isn't there like an unspoken understanding that if you go into a store, you're in there to buy something?
This guy had no pretensions whatsoever about what he was there to do.
Yeah.
He wasn't buying anything. He came right in. No, go ahead.
Sir, unless I can interest you in a screw, you're going to have to leave.
The only thing I said when he was gone, I was like, yo, you guys fucked up bad, because when they said, like, who's the grand poobah here, and that I could talk to, you should have just pointed right at me right at that point. And you all know it. You guys fumbled on that one, but it was fun. It was fun.
I'll bet.
Still a little dirty, but I got my digs in.
Good.
And I couldn't really throw them out the window. You can't do that. They frown on that, and a lot of paperwork, and the cops, the cops in town.
Yeah.
I know them, and they would have had to been put on the spot to, like, put me in handcuffs and shit and take me away, so.
Yeah.
You know,
so it was probably better this way.
I think it worked out very nicely. I got a new experience. I got to see something I never really saw up close before.
Yeah.
And he got to keep breathing.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So, hey, good news on the Clarence Thomas front.
Yeah.
He was released from the hospital today.
Good. That's good. Now, what are they saying? They're saying it was COVID?
I haven't heard anything about what it was. I mean, it was some kind of infection, is what they said way back a couple days ago. So I'm assuming, like pneumonia or some kind of upper respiratory thing, or
that might,
like a bladder infection, kidney infection. I don't know. I mean, old people, and Clarence Thomas probably isn't that old, but
no, he's up there. I mean, he's at least in his mid-70s. No.
Okay, all right. Because I mean, old people for some reason get bladder and kidney infections.
Yeah.
So easy. I don't know why. Probably because they all have catheters. I don't know.
Okay, but you know what? That is probably the least of Clarence Thomas's health concerns for the next 3 years.
Yes.
They should just, man, get him out of the hospital, get him all hooked up and healthy and ready, and just put him on one of Elon's rockets and shoot him up to the fucking International Space Station. So, and let him work from there for the next 3 years, just to keep the Democrats away from him. I'm not going to start throwing out accusations that I could get sued for if anybody listened to this shit that I say. But I have my opinions about what happened in 2016, and I think they would easily do that again.
Yeah.
If not with more gusto and more enthusiasm, and maybe even sooner in the term. You all know what I'm saying. I'm not going to say it out loud. I don't want to say anything to incriminate myself or to get anybody to sue me, like I was saying before with my dating advice.
Yes.
Don't pay any attention to that shit I said earlier today. If you saw the post, if you didn't, go read it and then don't pay any attention to it.
Yeah, mostly I don't pay any attention to whatever you post.
Really?
No.
Well, then.
That dating advice one, that's classic. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that one.
It was half true. It was mostly true.
Based on a true story.
Based on stories I will never tell.
Based on more than one true story,
yes,
I think.
It was interesting. Yeah. That'd be a whole show right there.
Okay.
But I don't know. What do you think? The dating advice, that could be like a feature?
I think it could.
I think I could have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And I think if I have fun with it, you're probably going to have fun with it too. If I can make myself laugh, that usually is going to be what makes you guys laugh or think or do whatever it is that we want you to do.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounded like awfully manipulative.
When you're mad, we're mad.
That's how it works?
When you are funny, we giggle about it.
And when I'm warm and fuzzy,
then we're warm and fuzzy.
All right, so are we getting there? Are we making any progress with that?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Are you a little warm and a little fuzzy, or you're like more warm and then you get fuzzy later?
Yeah. Like I'm really warm, and then later on, right at the end, I'll get fuzzy.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we got to go an extra few minutes to get your full fuzz on.
Full fuzz. Yeah, full fuzz.
We'll go an extra couple minutes.
Okay. Hey, Penny Williams says that Clarence Thomas is 73.
Yeah, I figured I would have even said maybe even a little older. I didn't think he was like in his late 70s, but I wanted to say around 75, 76.
Yeah.
So 73, yeah. I mean, you know what? That's not old, but he looks a little older than that.
Yeah.
It's because he's serious, because he never smiles that much.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Which is fine. I'd just as soon have a judge that doesn't smile and knows what a woman is.
Yes.
Than a judge who smiles there like while she's pleading the fucking fifth during her Senate confirmation hearing, practically, who doesn't know what a woman is. I don't even want to get into that again. Did we talk about that the other night?
Are they done, like, talking to her now?
I don't know. They didn't vote or anything yet.
Okay.
I almost don't even want to talk about it because it's a foregone conclusion. And, again, I'm beating it to death, but letting your opponents cheat in the election has consequences, and this is one of them. There's nothing we can do about this. You don't have the guns in the Senate to stop it. You're not going to get any of the, even Manchin. I said this the other night, and I'm not even killing Manchin for it because it's not anything unexpected. If something came down that was just so egregious, not even in practice, but just in theory, to the point where they couldn't bat it down on the Democrat side, if that one thing popped up and came up that was just so horrible, I think Manchin would have been the guy to come over. But even if that did happen, I still think you're going to see either Mitt Romney, Susan Collins, or one of those miscreants cross back over and nullify him anyway. She's getting confirmed. There's no way she's not getting confirmed. We talked about this on one of the morning shows a couple days ago. There's no way she's not going to get confirmed. If it goes 50-50 straight down the line, Pads has the vote, she decides it, and she's in. It's not even going to go 50-50. You're going to get one of those swamp publicans like Romney or Susan Collins or Murkowski or one of them is going to flip over. Maybe not Murkowski. She's kind of funny on this. But one of those two, I said, I would not be surprised a bit if they flipped over. This is going to happen. You have a planted progressive Supreme Court justice for the next 30 years. And there's nothing we can do about it. And I'm not saying just let it go, check her every single time, call it out, make the memes, bust balls, do whatever, let her know that we know and let them know that we know. But there's just no point in just trying to even fight this. And it's not going to not happen.
Yeah. Well, and now Susan Fear Thompson is bringing this up, but I read it too, that the Washington Post is Oh, they've got some text messages or something between Clarence Thomas's wife
Yeah.
and somebody about something. I can't remember the details.
No, I heard it was something about January 6th.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the tweets or anything. Like, you know what? Fuck them. Fuck them. And their tweets, and they're asking the guy to recuse himself, okay? First of all, let's look at any kind of tweets that the Democrats have that we can drag out for anything that people did. You got to be kidding, calling out a tweet. You reached so far for this. And to ask the guy to recuse himself from cases, okay? Forget it. Fuck off. Forget it. And secondly, are you going to have Tanji recuse herself from any case that ever comes before the Supreme Court that pertains to affirmative action or racism? Not racism, but affirmative action. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm not saying, well, take it however you want. It's factual. Like if you look up affirmative action in the dictionary, what happened to Tanji? I can't even remember her name now. I'm so down with calling her Tanji. Katanji. Whatever. I forget it. The rest, I'm not doing KBG. Yeah. I'm not. No, I'm just KGB, whatever. What was I saying? About how what happened to her is 100% textbook out of the dictionary affirmative action. So don't bust my fucking balls about saying it. That's what it is.
Yep.
So, any case that comes before the Supreme Court that pertains to affirmative action in any way, she has to recuse herself. I demand that she recuses herself from that case. If you want to fuck around and reach for some irrelevant bullshit tweets between somebody who has nothing to do with anything about something that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
You want to fucking play this game? Let's play this game. You got the wrong people running things because they're not going to come at it like that. They're going to be, maybe we should. Tell them to fuck off. That's what you do. Fuck off with your tweets. Fuck off with your January 6th. That's what we think of you. Next.
Yep.
What's the next thing I can tell you to fuck off with your silly bullshit? And that's how you handle it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so Friday nighted up right now.
Yeah. You got to shut them down. You got to shut them idiots down.
Find the line.
Right away. Because otherwise they're going to just keep going and keep going. You got to shut it down right away.
They're talking about all this shit now. In McCarthy's getting up there and whatever. I don't think he's a horrible guy, but he shouldn't be the House leader or minority, whatever the fuck he is, House minority leader. And he's talking about, we're putting together teams now to investigate if we take the House back and if we take the Senate back to investigate who. Shut the fuck up. You had your chance at that already. You had the majority then. And you didn't do shit. You let this whole hoax, Russian narrative bullshit, pee-pee dossier, Hillary Clinton fucking scam play out for the whole time this man was in office. Look what he got done under that. And think about what he could have gotten done without that on top of him. And you guys fucking let that happen. Now you're talking about we're setting up teams and we're telling people not to get rid of any paperwork that we may call in. You're not doing shit. The only one that's doing something right now, and you want to know what? Is this fucking Trump bringing a lawsuit against Hillary Clinton today. Did you see about that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, you know what? It's just one of those things. Every time Hillary Clinton gets thrown on the grill over something, over the past whatever, even before, even going back to Benghazi and going back to everything, you get your hopes up and you're like, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. This has got to be it. And it never was. And then the next thing comes a couple of months later. This is it. They got her. It's got to be, man. And then nothing happens. And then Benghazi, 4 people get killed because she didn't make a phone. Whatever. Nothing happens. Then everything. The Russian hoax. Nothing happens. You let this stuff happen. The FBI. Everything. She played the whole system against this president for his whole presidency. And nothing happens. I don't want to hear about it. Trump is bringing a suit against these people now. This isn't... Okay, the point being... We're going to do that again. I hate myself for doing this, but I'm going to get excited and interested in this. Yeah. About this lawsuit. And again, I've said this 100 times to the 100 different things where I thought maybe we had a chance at doing something right and bringing this guiltiest human being alive that isn't already in jail to justice. 100 times. And I said, this is different this time. And it never fucking was. I was an idiot and wrong every time. It was never different. And I'm going to be an idiot and an asshole again and say this is different this time. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's different. First of all, this is private. This is personal. This isn't politics. This isn't to drive an election or to keep a candidate down. Or this isn't political. This is in court, mano a mano. Like really, for real, it's Hillary. And the other thing that makes it different too, there's money on the table. This isn't about changing things. This isn't about an investigation. There's a lot of money on this. This is a for real lawsuit, like with money, like millions and millions and millions of dollars. He's suing, I don't know exactly what the breakdown is because he's suing a lot of people. But the total cash amount that I'm reading now is $72 million, which is, I'll tell you what, you might not think, it's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a lawsuit. Even among like what's going on, there's people suing for $100 million, $500 million, whatever. This fantasy shit. It used to be $1 million lawsuit. It was like, oh my goodness. Now it's nothing. Like that's if you get like hit by a car. Now, the other thing about it is and I'm loving the Hillary angle. I'm going to enjoy it. I hope this thing's on the news every day. I hope it's for real. I hope it goes through and I hope it happens. He's suing a lot of people. It's not just Hillary Clinton. He's suing Hillary Clinton. He's suing Christopher Steele, the PP dossier guy. He's named, James Comey is named in the lawsuit. Andrew McCabe is named in the lawsuit. Peter Strzok is named in a lawsuit. Lisa Page, all the players you remember from all of this stuff. And he's suing them for like defamation of character and stuff like that. And there's a monetary value on it. And the most poignant one of all, as this could play out, one of the people who's listed is Biden's national security advisor, Jake Sullivan. So he's getting sued in this thing too. Now just think about this. This is starting now. It's going to get legs. If it goes through, it makes it to the courts, the whole bit. This is going to start playing out as it goes into the midterm elections. And now you got Jake Sullivan, Joe Biden's national security advisor, in one of the most public lawsuits you're probably ever going to see, getting sued personally by Donald Trump for doing some seriously grimy shit that you can't do when you're serving the country as a national security advisor.
Yeah.
So if this all lays out that way, and it's probably going to go, all the people that are named in this lawsuit, there's no way they're going to get this done in a couple of months. I don't know. I don't know shit about law. And PCS Nation family lawyers, jump in the comments and correct me if I fuck up on anything. This is something that could play out not only through the midterms, but well into the next election cycle going into 2024. And you're going to have Jake Sullivan. There's no way if this gets real and starts making the news and starts being on your screens every day, no matter what they're saying about it, just having it be there, there's no way Jake Sullivan can continue being the national security advisor. They're going to have to fire him. They're going to have to fire him. I can't imagine that they're so self-unaware that they would say, oh, that's not a big deal. Again, it's always the disclaimer. This could just be me being a fucking complete psycho and just babbling and shit. And whatever it may be. Like, correct me, I can take it. I just can't see it. And that's disruptive because national security advisor is a pretty big deal. And they certainly don't have a second guy to put in there because they didn't have a fucking first guy to put in there. That's Jake Sullivan's job. Okay, that's a pat on the back for all he's done. That's not because he belongs there. That's how his whole cabinet lays out. So I'm keeping an eye on this thing. I'm kind of psyched about this. And man, you know what? I'm going to tell you flat out, don't even pay attention to it. I'll do it for you because I'm going to do it anyway. And I'll take it in the guts and I'll be the one that's like all disappointed at the end, but I'll let you know and I'll keep you posted. I think that's the best way we should do it.
Okay, yeah.
We'll do it like that.
Take one for the team.
I'll take one for the team. I'm going to monitor the Trump-Hillary Clinton lawsuit.
Yes, and very good.
Watch it. This is it, man. This is it. This is the one. It's like the 27th fucking time I've said it. I cursed a lot tonight, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did you notice that I cursed a lot tonight?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yep. I don't know why either.
No, I'm tired. Yeah. I stayed up late last night. But anyway, I'll take the bullet for the team on that stuff. I'll watch it. I'll monitor it and let you know.
Yeah. We're counting on you to give us the full recap.
I'll try not to let you down.
Whenever there's something big going down, you're going to give us the recap.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
That's about all I got.
I think we're at 30 minutes, too.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Now we are. 30 minutes and 27 seconds, as a matter of fact.
And you know what?
What?
I feel fuzzy.
Do ya?
Yeah.
That worked out nice, didn't it?
See, it did, yep.
Was it me or was it reading the comments and the Facebook family surrounded in the warm embrace?
Yes, it was the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna do some Substack real quick. You guys can all run out the door if you want. If I see 0 people, I'll just stop talking and hang up the phone. We picked up a couple of subscribers, and I just wanted to point that out there. And if you want to jump in on it, Linda, we did pick up a couple of new subscribers on Substack through Linda's generous birthday offer.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah, and that,
Happy birthday, by the way, Queen Linda. Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Didn't I say I was going to sing happy birthday to you?
No, don't sing. No, don't sing.
Okay.
But I'm 63.
Oh, I wouldn't
know.
So
Yeah.
you're willing to tell your age, but you didn't want to hear me sing. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, my goodness.
But anyway, yeah, the give a gift button on Substack is really easy to use. So if anybody wants to give a gift to somebody, that is so super simple. It couldn't have been easier.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And just explain like what happened, like what Linda made an offer, the Queen, that on her birthday, if anybody subscribed to the full website on Substack, that if they subscribed for a month, she would match their month up to a certain level. We got a few people in on board, and that was awesome. And thank you so much for doing that, my Queen.
Yeah, that was
fun. I can't tell you how much that means to me, and how much you mean to me, and to all the PCS family. You're the best, and we love you.
Thanks. Yeah, you are too.
So anyway, get over to Substack and get subscribed up over there, man. Get me out of the hardware business. $6 a month gets you full access to the whole website, all the posts, all the videos, everything we do. It gets you the daily morning report from whatever mysterious location we end up at in the morning, a hot 10 minutes of G to brighten up your day early in the morning. $6 a month. You can do it a month at a time. If you do the month and you hate it at the end, you just don't go back for a second month. $6 a month comes out at 21 cents a day. If I haven't fucking made you laugh 21 cents worth at least once a day for the last 5 years, then I guess just don't subscribe. What can I tell you? If you want to go a full year, it's $60 for a full year. Save 2 months off the monthly subscription charge. Go to pcsnation.substack.com. Did I get that right? Yes. pcsnation.substack.com. $6 a month, $60 a year. Like I said, get me out of the hardware business. I can't take these social justice warriors coming in and breaching the store on top of slinging screws to little old ladies with blue hair and having little old ladies coming down my stairs like, I need a screw. It's getting unbearable. Nah, it's not. I shouldn't even really say that, man. I do like my job. It's all cool and everything. But I'd still like to get out of it, or like work less and do this more. If you get me out of there, I'll have more time to do live shows. I'll have more time to post content. I'll do this shit all day. I'll stay up all night. I don't give a fuck. We're going to make this thing blow up. But you got to get over there. You got to subscribe. $6 a month, $60 a year. pcsnation.substack.com. Follow us on Twitter. If you like the tweets we post, come and get them live on Twitter at PCS Bitches. Bitches spelled B-I-T-C-H. Did I get that right? B-I-T-C-H-Z.
H-Z.
Come and follow us on Twitter at PCS Bitches, spelled B-I-T-C-H-Z. I'm so sorry about that. It's definitely better than the 18-digit number that we had before. Would you agree, Linda?
I agree with that. Yep.
And I'm kind of like getting used to dealing with it, but I'm still, well, you know what? They're going to kick me off of this account. I'll be moving on to another account anyway, and I'll pick up something different then. So
yeah,
don't even bother following me, because like it's not going to be for long anyway.
Don't get attached to any Twitter name.
Yeah.
Because, it's going to be different.
I've been dropping good ones on Facebook too. I've been going on Facebook on my personal account more.
Oh, okay.
And like kind of like scrapping in the comments a little bit, just like in the old days before there was PCS.
Yeah.
When I just used to go on like Chicks on the Right and just fuck with everybody.
Yep.
I'm having fun doing that. It's like actually rewarding. It's fun, like the feedback and having them come back at me and like, yeah, whatever, pussy.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm like Mike Tyson. I'm like thinking about getting back in the ring, you know? I had a good one today too. The thing about them though is I can't do them like the tweets because they don't screenshot that well. Like I got to edit them together like with the article itself and then the comments. So it's not as smooth, but it was a good one today. I think I might do something with. Can't remember what it was right now, but I just kept talking. Like I didn't even give a fuck that it was 30 minutes and we did the Substack commercial, and I just kept talking anyway. I could do this all night. I love you guys. Oh. And we went from pretty light to full dark, and we got a green top of the building tonight too. I don't know if anybody noticed that. What's different on the skyline?
Well, there's like that big green square.
Yeah, that's usually blue.
Oh, okay. What
I
does
think
that
they changed
mean?
it for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, okay.
And maybe we just didn't notice it Monday, or was it like rainy? Maybe it was rainy Monday and we didn't see it.
I don't know.
But
But
yeah, they
now that I
changed the color of
know,
that. They changed the color of that
now,
with the season, so that's kind of cool too.
now that I know that, I'm going to pay attention
All right,
to
I'm
it
gonna
next
stop
time.
talking now. I'm done. Like we're at like 35 minutes now.
Yeah.
Lynn, do you got anything? No, right?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
cool. I got nothing else. Love you guys. Thank you for your support here on PCS Nation, on Facebook, on Substack, on YouTube, on Twitter, and that's it. I think I got other accounts everywhere, but I don't pay any attention to them. And we're fucking certainly still not on Truth Social yet, and that dream has kind of like gone out the window. I don't know if I even want to deal with that, but that's another show for another night. So, PCS Nation Family on Substack will play all weekend long. PCS Nation Facebook, I don't know exactly what's going to happen this weekend. I may be around, I may not. We'll talk about that as it comes up and as necessary. And I will definitely see you on Monday. And we'll see you guys all again, 7:30 p.m. for the Monday night edition of PCS Nation Out the Window. Thanks for coming out, and I'm out.